Hey there everyone, Big Jim again, here for the final part of this tutorial. Here we are in Alias Sphinxes. Just 4 more levels to go, including this one, and then we're done. This level being extremely boring for the first half because you basically just walk in a straight line all the way down this long path. You don't really have to worry about picking up anything before this point right here, I think it is. Or maybe it's actually this point right here, where there's an armor shard. You pick that up and then a bunch of stuff spawns in. And you want to make sure you grab the stuff on the right, which I think is like rockets or something. And that causes a bunch of normal soldier dudes to spawn in, and also a bull. And the bull is what is important. So you basically kill a few soldiers if you want. You don't really have to. You dodge around the bull who comes at you, and then you just keep moving this way. And when the bull comes back, since it's too hard to like ride him because this is a flat surface, what you want to do is you just want to hit him like with 2 rockets, and you want to kill him as soon as he's about to hit you, and then jump, and that'll propel you forward a little bit. And there's a cannon right here that you want to make sure you grab, and usually from my experience he'll get to you somewhere around right here. So you kind of just want to slide through this cannon from his death model or whatever. And you want to go over to like this corner or this corner. It doesn't actually matter, one of these 2 corners. And you get in this corner and there's a whole bunch of bulls that spawn, and you just want to wait for one of them to come over here. And you do a normal like bull jump up over this. You grab these rockets here. Actually, this is one of the things I just did blindly, because Freezer did it in his individual level. I'm not really sure if you even have to grab that, but I always do, just because extra rocket ammo is nice for the upcoming part anyway. And then I don't know, I think I did this in the actual speedrun, but I'm not positive. In the individual level, he goes over to this corner and then pops up with a bull jump over this and then runs over to here. So what I did instead was just to run to this corner and basically do the same thing. I shoot this with a rocket so that it doesn't get in the way, and then bull jump over this and then hit this ammo pack and hit this first item placement thing. Now, the way this part works is there's basically a big arena fight here. And let's see, I'll just use my mouse. You place the first one here, and then you make a sort of counterclockwise path around these. And as you go along, you want to shoot the things that appear. And the best advice I could give would just be to watch either the Freezer's individual level, which is probably your best bet since he does that a lot faster than me, or to watch the part of my speedrun where I do it. Because there's like too many different enemies and stuff to mention, but basically what you want to do is move between these, killing everything you can, and specifically at this one, you want to move this way across, and you want to grab the ammo pack that's right around here before moving down to this. And from this one, you want to head straight to this item placement, and then grab the ammo pack that's right here. And you'll need all the extra ammo you can get, just because there's a lot of enemies to kill, and you start the level with like no ammo almost. But after you grab that, yeah, you just want to kind of head to the center here and keep killing things. And after a while, there will be a bunch of extra items that spawn, including like a big heart. And that's when you know that you've hit the trigger that'll spawn the boss right here. And basically once you get to a certain point, kind of close, like I think it's right around here, he'll spawn in. And you just want to get kind of close. Don't get too close, because one time what happened was I got too close and I clipped into him. And it did so much damage that I actually died. Even on Tourist, which is really difficult actually. So get really close, but not too close, and you just want to use unfocused cannon fire, or I say unfocused, I should say uncharged cannon shots at him until he's dead, and then you just want to head through this door which opens, and that's the end of the level. So this level's pretty straightforward, I guess. Yeah, and we can just move right on to the next one, which is Karnak, and Karnak can give you a lot of trouble. Because of the way the bull works in this. Basically, you just want to run forward here. You'll kill this guy here. Then you want to start, I guess use either the Tommy gun or the minigun is good for this. There'll be a guy standing behind this pillar that you kind of want to just aim like this, like towards that pillar, and shoot. And you'll a lot of times see like blood come out, because you'll barely clip him like around the pillar, and he'll die. And then as you're running this way and you get about here, this guy will come out from behind this pillar and you just shoot him, which spawns a guy here. And when you kill him, a bull will come charging through this door like a second later. And basically at this point what you want to do is you want to either strafe around him and get him to do like a quick turn back towards you, or just jump on top of him and over him, and he'll turn around really fast. go through here, and I'll just tell you the route that Freezer uses because it seemed to be the fastest, even though I couldn't really get this to work well this time, or in my run I should say. You want to kind of stay in the middle of this hallway as you go down here and kill this scorpion with like 2 rockets or whatever. And then when you get about here, you just want to cut straight across this way and turn and go this way, and there will be a clear here to kill. And then you just want to keep running straight this way, and you want to get, I think, on this side of the door, and the bull will be like right here against this wall. And as soon as you see him turn around and start charging towards you, just head through this door on this left side and stand. And as you're running this way, if you do everything right, he should like spin around and come through this door. So this entire part is just manipulating the bull that comes through here in order to get him through these tiny hallways and back out into this area. And at this point you want to manipulate him to go through this door and then around through here and across and back along this wall. And you want to stand here and do a bull jump up over this wall. And then after that you just run straight this way for quite a while and fall off into this area. And grabbing this ammo pack, both these ammo packs are here, and I'm not sure, I think just grabbing one is enough to trigger the fight. And yeah, then there's just an arena section after this where you kill a bunch of kamikazes and you kill a bunch of clear, and you kill 2 waves of these guys up here to spawn. And it's all pretty straightforward. The only thing I should really mention is that or I guess let me just go ahead and finish with this first. Basically what happens is you kill the kamikazes, you kill the clear, and then you kill one guy here with the cannon, and then a bunch of harpies spawn here. You kill those, and then another bunch of harpies spawn, and then some harpies spawn to the sides and stuff. And then 2 more guys will spawn here and here. And after that there's quite a long pause, like a 15-second pause or something. And 3 mechs. 3 red mechs will spawn, 1 here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. And as you just run forward, just kill those with charged cannon shots. And after that you're done, you just wait against this door and eventually it'll open. You may want to like kill any bulls that try to come and charge at you because they can sometimes push you to the sides and stuff, which isn't good. But other than that, that's the end of the level. The one thing I was going to mention is that this is another part where you can use geometry clipping, like I mentioned back on Metropolis, to skip this entire arena fight. Well, you can't skip the most of it actually. You still need to wait until the harpies spawn because as far as I know there's no harpies that spawn anywhere else in the level, at least not like conveniently, at least. So I never found any, at least. I keep saying at least, wow, holy cow. In any case, you can get one and like just basically fly up in a corner and get up here. And you can just drop off the harpy basically at that point and then clip down through here using the same method I described before. And again, it's possible, but yeah, you've already heard me talk enough about why I didn't use that and whatnot, so yeah, that's it. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next level. Here we are in, let's see, this is Luxor now, because we went through Karnak, now we're at Luxor. This level is kind of tricky, but like not really. I don't know. I'll explain it as we get there. You just want to run straight here at the start and run along this big open area. 2 Nars and 2 clear will spawn. You just kind of want to just strafe around them. And the same kind of here, 2 clear will spawn. You can sort of like jump over them, go through here. And you want to head towards this, and hopefully you'll have either clear or Nar like right behind you. So as soon as you get to this point, you just jump and they'll be underneath you, and then you just jump up into here. Another trick I didn't use was you can stun this clear here by shooting him a little bit, so that by the time he's unstunned, you've run around over to this part and he'll jump at you this way. And you can lead him to basically jump somewhere around right here, like anywhere in this little area. And then you jump from on top of him and then jump over to this, and that saves a little bit of time, but it's really hard to like manipulate. At least it was for me. So instead you just shoot him or ignore him or whatever, and you want to jump up these stairs and sort of jump and cut these corners this way to get over to this item. And when you grab this item, some harpies spawn. So what you want to do is you turn back around and head over this way. Kill the harpies that aren't like the closest one to you so they don't get in your way. You only need one. You don't have to kill them all, but it helps to basically make things more stable. You want him to basically get close enough that you can sort of drag him and make him follow you over to here. Kicks you up, get in the corner, harpy fly up a little bit. You don't want to actually harpy fly here, and I'll tell you why in a second. Actually, I guess I can explain this right now. There's basically two routes for this level, and they're almost equivalent. The one I do is faster by a tiny bit, if you do it perfectly, as opposed to doing the other one perfectly. But they're pretty similar, and this one's a lot safer. You can just harpy fly straight up here, and then go straight across this way, and trigger this arena fight here, and do the arena stuff. But the way I do it is I just sort of harpy fly up to here, fall off, get over here, go into this corner, stand here, the harpy comes up, flies, do another harpy fly up here, fall onto this. You want to go over, down, basically your goal is to fall down right here. But I fall off the harpy here, because if you try to go forward here, you sometimes fall off this ledge, and this is a much more stable place to fall, and then you just run along here, jump, go across, down. And when you hit this point around here, a bunch of gnar heads will spawn in, like a ton, and you just want to go around here, and they'll all be following you. And as you go through this area, you just want to jump occasionally, like just keep hitting jump, and they'll sometimes boost you. You want to go up around to the side, and you can just jump from here up into here, and then go around these corners and through this way. And you just want to make sure that you have at least one or two gnar heads following you at this point. You fall down into this arena section where we would have gotten from the harpy fly before. Around this point, just kill any remaining gnar heads except for one, and get over to around here. Then you want to get on top of his head and fly, doing the same trick you used in level 4, straight up to here. And as soon as you get up here, you can fall off. And this part is where it gets kind of tricky. What you want to do is you want to sort of walk so that to this edge, and he'll be right behind you, and then you sort of want to jump backwards up over him so that he's in front of you, and then you just want to kind of push him ahead of you until he's off this ledge. A good reference point is if you're looking straight down, you want to stop like a little bit before your aiming reticle or whatever hits the edge of the thing. So there's like half a foot or so. And from there, you just want to make sure that he's not, you jump once, because sometimes the gnars get like stuck on you, and that'll unstick him just to make sure he's in the right position. And then just jump forward onto his head, and if you do it right, he shouldn't move, if you're lucky. And you want to start ducking right away, and what will happen is if you duck while on a gnar head, he'll drop. And you don't want to just hold duck too much, because otherwise he'll drop faster than you, and you'll sort of like bounce down on top of him. And you'll actually clip right through this floor part, because it has no hitbox. And then you'll be here, and if you're real lucky, you'll be right along this wall, and like right here, and you can just jump straight over into this area, back into bounds, and then hit the exit. If you're not, like if you're too far away, like over here, and you can't make the jump, or you just sink too far close to it, you have to basically gnar jump again, to get him to fly upwards and forwards, and then back into bounds, and then jump off of him to the exit, which is kind of tricky. But once you get used to it, you'll get consistent, and it's not that hard, I guess. It's just a little bit technical, but yeah. So like I said, that route I use saves maybe like 5 seconds if done perfectly. In my record run that I uploaded, I actually went really slow. Like, it probably would have been faster just to do this part normally with a harpy fly. But whatever. Those are the risks you gotta take sometimes for speed. So yeah, let's just go ahead and move on now to the last level, which is the Great Pyramid. Now, the Great Pyramid is a simple level, but it's also a level that'll make you tear your hair out because of one thing. But for now, you just want to run forward. These doors are open. You just want to run forward, and when you get about here in this dark spot, a clear will spawn way up here. So you want to have your minigun out, and you just want to shoot him. Even though you can't really see him, you'll see the reticle turn green, whatever, whenever you move over him. And you shoot him until he dies. And the way you know when he's dead, even though he's so far away and you can't really see him, is you'll get 1,000 points in the upper left. And the music will start or change at that point, I think. So that's another cue. And then you just want to start heading over to this corner, or this wall. Now, this trick is a huge pain in the ass. Basically, to explain it, what you want to do is, clear will come over here, right? And what you want to do is basically have them propel you up one of these sloped walls and over this wall. And as you can see from like eye level here, this wall is really high. So you really have to get lucky here with these clear boosts. Basically what happens is, from what I've been able to tell and from what I've basically experimented with and whatnot, you want to have about, I should say, less than like 15 clear. So as you're moving over here to here, 20 spawn in, I should mention, in total in the first wave. So clear will be spawning over here, and as you move back, you just want to shoot some of them with your minigun. You don't have to kill like a lot, but it helps to at least damage some, or kill 1 or 2 or 3. But when you get over here, basically you want to just stand in a corner, wait for some clear to get over here, jump on top of them, and then sort of run this way and jump, and the clear will sort of push into you. What the knowledge base says is you run on top of the clear to gain momentum, but as far as I can tell, that's not how it works. I could just be totally wrong, but it seemed like whenever clear leap into other clear, which also leap into you, that's what adds the momentum up, and then they push you up the walls, basically. So it's best if you're on the ground here, whenever the clear hits you. If you're on top of other clear, it doesn't really work, which is why it's best to have less clear. But not too few, otherwise they'll be too sparse and the trick won't work. The only real advice I could give, like, I never found a really good technique to do this, and that's why it takes me like a minute and a half to actually get the trick to work. The only advice I could give is just to watch sort of what I do and how I move. I'm not doing anything special. There's no like special tactics to it. You just sort of hope for the best, and you get a feel for it after you practice it for like an hour or so. That's the only thing I can really suggest. There is no real way for me to like tell you some sort of super secret trick that'll let you do this every time. But yeah, that's the crux of like the entire speedrun, is that this is very like highly, it feels like a luck. It's like real life luck. It's not an actual RNG running behind the scenes, but it's so random that it's basically luck. But if you make this on good time, you're basically set for the rest, because the rest of the level is really easy. You just run this way and grab this heart, and there'll be some blue mechs out there in this direction, and you just want to kill those while a bunch of bulls are coming towards you. And when you get around here, they'll start reaching you from behind, and you just want to start jumping constantly. And if you're lucky, you'll get a lot of good boosts this way as you're moving along, and the bulls will boost you. And there'll be a red mech here. Basically, you want to kill all the mechs and stuff. You don't have to worry about the bulls too much until you get up here. When you reach the top, this trigger right here, a timer will start, and the health bar will appear. An invisible timer, I should say, and the health bar for the boss will appear. And at that point, you want to kill all the bulls, and you might have to come back down here because the bulls will get stuck on these corners and not be able to get you up here. So you want to come back down here and then just kill all the bulls with cannonballs or whatever. And also kill any of the clear that spawn and the mechs. And after all those are cleared out, there's no build hurry here, by the way, to kill the boss or anything. Because, like I said, you're basically on a timer at this point, so no big worries. What I do and what Freezer does is I just sort of stand here and I shoot him with a minigun while he's still really far away, like over here, because the cannonballs can't really reach him. But once he starts moving up closer, I just switch to cannonballs and start pelting him. Now, the trick is, you'll have your in-game timer up here. I assume if you're speedrunning this, you'll leave on the level timer, and his health bar will be right under it. What you want to do is you want to make sure not to damage him more than, you don't want his health bar to drop too much to the left of the 0 on your timer for the minutes. Like a little bit is fine, but not too much. If you damage him too much at this point, he'll regenerate, and that's really, really bad. But there's no need to be super precise. As long as it's just a tiny bit left of your timer, that's a good amount of health for him to have at this point. So after quite a while, this door will open, it'll push out, and then they'll each open to the left and to the right. So you don't want to stand against it. Sometimes that's giving me problems. You kind of want to stand like a little bit in front of it, and then just whenever you hear it beeping behind you, you just turn around and go through. And this will warp you up into this area. And at this point, all you want to do is, I don't know exactly where it spawns you in. I'm sure there's like a thing here somewhere that shows, but you'll be, actually, let me see if I can just figure out exactly where it is. I'm not positive because I don't remember which item I think it's this one. You'll spawn right here, basically. He'll be over here. You want to shoot at him. Again, just keep his health around that point I mentioned before. And what you want to do is you want to hit each of these jump pads and fall through these things. And once you do that and go around in the circle and you fall through all 4 of these, you want to head, after you fall through the last one, you want to head sort of like at a diagonal this way, because he'll be over here-ish. And you want to basically lure him to the center of the arena. And then once he's in the center, a little bit later, a beam will basically come down and hit him. And his health will start dropping, and at that point, that's when you kill him as fast as you can. And once he's dead, that's the end of the speedrun. So after that, you can just sit and wait for Sam to say his lines, and you're done. So, yeah. I hope this video was helpful, and the other 2 videos, for anyone who might want to pick this game up. If you have any questions about any of the stuff that I mentioned, just leave a comment on the video and I will get back to you. So, I hope you liked this, and I hope you liked my run. I'll be working on Second Encounter. Actually, I already started working on Second Encounter HD, so hopefully I'll have that, I don't know, in a month or so, done. But until then, this is Big Jim, and I'll see you later.